Hello dear student, this is Neelam Joshi, Assistant Professor in Department of Computer Science and Engineering. As I'm taking your cloud computing subject in MCA and the subject code is MCA 503. We are covering in today's lecture the cloud computing vision. So the outline for today's lecture is just covering the prerequisites of topic, then problem objective, cloud computing definitions, and we will discuss about some traditional approaches, and also we discuss about the history and how does cloud computing work, vision of cloud computing, then assignment, learning outcome and references. So moving ahead with prerequisites. So student, as I already discussed in my previous video that what is the means of prerequisites. So here the pre-requirement before deep learning about cloud computing is that you should have knowledge about some basic traditional techniques. These traditional technique is basically concerned with the computing approaches. Means we have to understand and we have to learn about how the all the traditional technique which are available before cloud actually came into existence, that how these are basically work. Basically, we can say that cloud hosting offers an enhanced level of flexibility and scalability in comparison of traditional data centers, and the on-demand virtual space of cloud computing has unlimited storage space and more server resources. So we can say that with traditional IT infrastructure, we can only use the resources that are already available with us. So here we need to understand that all the scenario and all the relevant information which is related with traditional techniques, and you should have knowledge about the virtualization techniques, because virtualization changes the hardware and software relations, and it is the one of the foundation element of cloud computing technology that helps utilize the capabilities of cloud computing to the fully enhanced version. Okay, so virtualization technique allows companies to turn virtual their network, storage, servers, data, desktop and application. So before discussing cloud computing in detail, you should have knowledge about these types of all virtualization techniques. Okay, then you should have knowledge about the basics of data structure. As you all know that the structure design of cloud computing data center network is very important factor. Okay, and it can guarantee the high extensibility and high utilizability of resources in cloud computing data centers. So you should have knowledge about how these data structure is just used with the cloud computing approaches. So just learn about all the basics and all the basics which is related with data handling and data extraction approach. Okay, now you should have knowledge about the DBMS. DBMS means what? Database management system. Why we need to know about database management in cloud computing? Because cloud computing shares different resources and information between different devices which are located in different places. As you all know that this thing that we are using remote activities, remote server activities, whenever we are using internet. So it is always based on the internet connection. That's why we need cloud DBMS, which is a database management which acts through cloud computing. So before connecting this DBMS into cloud computing, you should have knowledge about the all aspects, all related content of DBMS. Okay, and then you should have knowledge about the computer networking. This is most important part of cloud computing, that how it is handled by networking. You all know that network is used to link computers that are spread over a relatively large geographical area. Okay, and the software service category of cloud computing gives companies access to large assortment of software packages without having to invest in hardware or install and maintain software on its own computer. So here we need to understand this connectivity, the relationship between various types and nodes and interlinks. So here, whenever we are moving ahead to deep learning in context of cloud computing, we should have knowledge about all the all the areas and all the networking contents and aspects. Okay, now moving ahead, problem objective. So in today's video we will cover the basics of cloud computing, and we will also discuss about the history of cloud computing, and we will briefly describe the techniques which already involve in computing technology before using cloud computing. So the main focus and the main objective of today video is to understand in detail about the cloud computing and all the approach in concern with the vision of cloud computing. Okay, now what is cloud computing? So cloud computing is a model for enabling ubiquitous, convenient, on-demand network access to shared pool of configurable computing resources. Means cloud computing is a technological advancement that focuses on the way we design computing system, develop applications and leverage existing services for building software. And it is based on the concept of dynamic provisioning, that means which is applied not only to the services but also to compute capability, storage, networking and information technology infrastructure. So we can say that resources are made available through the internet and offered on a pay per use basis from cloud computing vendors. And in today's world, anyone with a credit card can subscribe to using cloud services and deploy and configure servers for an applications in hours, growing and shrinking the infrastructures and saving its application according to the demand and paying only for the time these resources have been used. So for this purpose, there are some specific types of example here included, like network, servers, storage, applications and services. These are basically used in the reference of cloud computing, because cloud technology enables the reusability of IT resources for storing large databases, developing and hosting complex applications and expanding computational power and other services on demand. As well as it also handle and uses in the form where eliminating or reducing investment on a large scale infrastructure and software coupled with pay per use model, as I already mentioned, and it significantly reduces the IT cost. Okay, here the question arises in your mind that what is the means of pay per use basis. Basically, in cloud computing, this principle finds several practical applications and then gives different images of cloud computing to different people. That means here, chief information and technology officers of large enterprises see opportunities for scaling their infrastructure on demand and sizing it according to their business needs, as well as end user here leveraging cloud computing services which can access their documents and data anytime, anywhere and from any device connected to the internet. So there are many point of view which exist in the form of using cloud computing, and then we will express this cloud computing features in detail, because cloud computing can describe as a virtual pool of shared resources which offering and computation, storage databases, and network services that can be rapidly deployed at a scale. Okay, and here the cloud computing is basically contributed to the success of the main features of cloud computing in a form where it incorporates technological advancement such as virtualization of computer instances and abundant high-speed internet access. Okay, as well as widespread investment in constantly building and updating infrastructure, which result in economics of scale. So because of these factors, cloud computing can take all the ingredients that make up a traditional data center and make all these resources available to consumer on a as needed basis. That's why here using the word pay per use basis. Now I think you can easily understand that what is the actual means behind using this word. Now moving ahead, this is the diagram which is just represent how the cloud computing is connected with various types of component. So here this particular internet which is represented here in the form of clouds, the means is what cloud is here used in the form of infrastructure which provided by the service provider to build internet applications. Okay, and here because of this because of the features of internet, we are just referred it as a form of cloud. Okay, and here in this diagram the internet represented as in the form of cloud. So here this cloud icon represented all the other stuff that makes the network, and it kinds of like etc for the rest of the solution map, and it also typically means an area of the diagram or solution that is someone else concerned. So we can say that here cloud computing is a construct that allows you to access application that actually resides at location other than your computer or other than internet connected devices. Most often this will be a distinct data center. Okay, here in the form of distinct data center, here in this diagram you can see that how the cloud, or in other words the internet, is connected through these routers, switches, through these distinct data center in the form of these client PCs, and this is in the form of server. Okay, and here I am again representing some another diagram to display in detail that how the internet or cloud is just concerned with various types of data center, because here it represented the beauty of cloud computing. That means another company hosts our application. This means that they handle the cost of servers, they manage the software updates, and depending on how we craft our contract as pay less for the server. So here in this diagram you can see that this particular area just representing that your company doesn't pay for hardware and maintenance cost, means we are just using the feature of internet but we are not paying for this. And here it represented the service provider pays for equipments and maintenance. That means whenever we talk about the service provider that handling the whole cloud services, so they only pay for the equipment cost and maintenance cost. Okay, and for providing these types of services, the cloud computing technology uses some specific types of model like software as a service, platform as a service, and infrastructure as a service. So in my coming video, we will deeply discuss about these all types of model. Now moving ahead, traditional computing technique. Here, whenever we talk about traditional computing technique which involve for computing purposes and help enterprises to achieve additional computing and storage capabilities, while meeting customer demands using shared physical resources. So these are basically involved in the form of cluster computing, grid computing, utility computing, and distributed computing. So here the first one is cluster computing. Cluster computing basically used to connect different computers in a single location by local area network to work as a single computer, and it improves the combined performance of the organization which owns its and which cover it all the features of using this facility. Or in other word, we can just define this cluster computing as a computer cluster is a set of loosely or tightly connected computers that work together so that in many respects they can be viewed as a single system. Okay, and here the components of cluster are usually connected to each other through fast local area network, with each node running its own instance of operating system. And in most circumstances, all of the nodes uses the same hardware and the same operating system. Although in some setups like where we were use different operating system and some other type of different hardware. Okay, now the next one is grid computing. Grid computing, it basically enables collaboration between enterprises to carry out distributed computing jobs using interconnected computers and spread across multiple locations running independently. The means is what? Grid computing is just like a processor architecture that combines computer resources from various domains to and each one having a specific means to reach a main objective. And grid computing uses the computer on the network which can work on a task together, thus functioning as a supercomputer. So in this way the grid computing technology worked before cloud computing. Now the next one is utility computing. What is utility computing? So here utility computing is basically used to provide web services like computing storage space and applications to user at a low cost through some virtualization of several backend servers. And utility computing has also laid the foundation for today's cloud computing environment. So we can say that utility computing or in other word the computer utility is just a service provisioning model in which a service provider makes computing resources and infrastructure management which are available to the customer as needed and charge them for specific uses rather than a flat rate. Okay, now the next one is distributed computing. This is a very important computing technology, and here the landscape connects ubiquitous networks and connected devices which enabling peer-to-peer computing. Okay, that means here the main concern is basically on peer-to-peer networking. That means the connectivity is based on node-to-node computing technology. And here the distributed computing is just a field of computer science that uh, basically based on the distributed system, and it is a model in which components of a software system are shared among multiple computers to improve efficiency and performance. And distributed computing is limited to program with component which share among computers within a limited geographical areas. And here the most important feature of distributed computing is that here distributed system is used whose components are located in different network computers which communicates and coordinate their actions by passing messages to one another. For example, in today's world, the most important features of distributed computing is used as a form of cloud infrastructure like ATM and some intranet working group. So these are represented the distributed computing. Okay, now moving ahead, history of cloud computing. The history of cloud computing is just started with the abstract idea of cloud computing developed around 1950s. This is the time which is basically based on mainframe computers. When mainframe computers were primarily used to access applications and data residing on client localized infrastructure. And the 1960s was the time which saw the worth of IT services coupled with a growing demand of personal computers. And here these computers are basically used decentralized computing resources. And as time passes moving forward, then by 1990s the industry adopted dynamic client server architecture with service providers which offering virtual private network. So this particular era saw the demand for higher bandwidth and the dot-com revolution. Then the cloud symbol was used to represent network of computing equipments in the original ARPANET by as early 1977 and the CSNet by 1981, both predecessor to the internet itself. Okay. Here, the outsourcing of IT infrastructure management still not begin in till 2000. So here, especially because by the time companies had built up capabilities to provide advanced server virtualization services via hosted cloud environment, so there is a need of something that just provide the all features which are relevant to access from anytime and anywhere. Since here cloud computing has evolved to include the delivery of infrastructure, platform, software, and more recently network as a service, which encompasses as IaaS, PaaS, SaaS, and NaaS. So we can say that this history is just relevant and just show that how the cloud computing features just come into existence and how they grow up by time to time. Now, how does cloud computing works? So here organizations and individuals downloading software apps on their computer or on premises infrastructure. Basically the means is that here this particular organizational structure is used to run their businesses is today a most important thing rather than using in the past. So we can say that modern day enterprises and peoples are going the cloud way, and with some specific effects, cloud infrastructure is improving organizational agility like never before. And here instances include organization now paying only for their hardware and software consumptions and having the advantage of immediately available cloud services and latest technologies that can transform organization digitality and help them innovate and thrive. And we can say that here cloud computing is an application based software infrastructure that store data on remote servers which can be accessed through the internet. The means is what? Here we can access all the data from anywhere. Either it is on the same side or it is available on the remote side, which can be accessed through the internet. And to understand this how cloud computing work, so it for this purpose it is purposely divided into the form of front end and back end. Means the front end enables a user to access data stored in the cloud using an internet browser or a cloud computing software. Here I have to mention that the primary component of cloud computing is responsible for securely storing data and information. That's why we need here the backend. because it comprises different types of servers, computers, databases, and central servers. And the central servers facilitate operations by following some specific set of rules like protocols. Okay, protocols means what? Now the question arises in your mind that what is the means of protocol. So basically protocol is nothing, it just the rules and regulation for making something in a specific way. Okay, so it uses a software middleware to ensure seamlessly connectivity between devices, computers which link by cloud computing, and cloud computing services provider usually maintains multiple copies of the data to mitigate instances of security threats, data loss, data security breaching features, etc. Okay, now moving ahead, vision of cloud computing. Here, the vision of cloud computing utility based on service provisioning model means cloud computing here allows anyone with a credit card to provision virtual hardware runtime environments and services. And these are used for as long as needed with no upfront commitment required. And here, the entire stack of computing system is transformed into a collection of utilities which can be provisioned and composed together to deploy systems in hours rather than days and with virtually no maintenance cost. As well as here, cloud computing is classified as a new paradigm for dynamic provisioning of computing services. As I already discussed that there is no need to spend lot of time and cost for accessing any type of feature of cloud computing. Okay, as well as cloud computing allow renting infrastructure runtime environment as services on a pay per user basis. This particular word is already discussed a lot of time in today's video, so I think now you should all aware about this particular sense of using pay per use basis. Okay, so here, despite its evolution, the use of cloud computing is often limited to single service at a time, or more commonly we can say that a set of related services which offered by the same vendor. And here, previously the task and the lack of effective standardization effort which made it difficult to move hosted services from one vendor to another. So the problem of these type of thing is generally avoided whenever we are using cloud computing. And here, the long term vision of cloud computing is that IT services are traded as utilities is an open market and without technological and legal barriers. Here I am describing this particular vision in the form of this diagram. Here you can see that how the global marketplace is just related with the different cloud computing approaches. Okay, so here the purpose of showing this diagram is just to tell you that many of the technological elements contributing to the vision which already exist. Okay, as well as different stakeholder leverages cloud for a variety of services, and the need for ubiquitous storage and computing power on a demand is the most common reason to consider cloud computing. As well as here, a scalable runtime for application is the most attractive option for applications and system developers that do not have infrastructure or cannot afford any further expansion of existing infrastructure. So we can say that in all these cases, the discovery of such services is mostly done by human intervention, either in the form of person or a team of people, okay, which look over the internet to identify offering that meets his or her needs. As well as the existence of such a market will enable the automation of the discovery process and its integration into existing software system. So it allows user to transparently leverages cloud resources in their applications and system. So this is all about the vision of cloud computing. Now this is the assignment which is based on today's lecture. But here you have to remember that you don't need to submit this assignment on LMS, because this is just only give you to enhance your knowledge about the subject. And also here I want to mention that we will definitely discuss this assignment relevant topic in the webinar. So for today you just study about the various features for following three popular cloud. Amazon cloud, this is very popular cloud, and I think you should have knowledge about what is the services provided by the Amazon cloud. And then Hadoop and Aneka. Okay, now learning outcome. So as I have already discussed so many things about cloud computing in today's lecture, so after watching this video lecture, you all will be able to learn about the basics of cloud computing and the evolution of cloud computing, as well as the vision of cloud computing. And in my coming video, we will discuss about the more in cloud computing, as well as various types of clouds. Okay, and I conclude my topic as cloud computing is generally used to technological advancements such as virtualization of computer instances, and it is also used in the form of widespread investment in constantly building and updating infrastructure, which results in economic of scales. So because of these factors, cloud computers can take all the ingredients that make up traditional data center and make all these resources available to consumer as needed basis. So that's all for today. And here are the shallow points, and here are the reference which I have used in preparation of this video. The Mastering of Cloud Computing book, and the second book is Cloud Computing, a practical approach, and the third one is just Cloud Computing. Thank you so much to all of you.